Josh Cozart. And Josh, we're seeing the fringes of this weather system.
Yeah, Dan, we've gotten a lot of new terminology this week, not only with the atmospheric river, but we're also talking about that bomb cyclone, all kind of situated within the same system that took aim at much of the western half of the country. But boy, are our friends down in California expected to see an additional significant amount of rain. We're talking about Redding getting in at about 2.5 inches of additional rainfall on top of the rain that they've already seen over the past several days. Sacramento at about 3/4 of an inch, as well as the wet weather continues to push its way into the western half of the country. We'll go ahead and zoom in closer here to the Portland metro area, where just a few light rain showers are still a potential through the early afternoon hours and even into the evening. But overall, our trend is going to be a little bit more on the drier side. If you're taking a trip out to the shoreline today, likely going to be running across some of the wet weather out that direction as well. As we zoom in with just a little bit of a closer look here, Lake Oswego may be picking up on just a few light rain showers, and it's really going to be hit and miss in nature. It's not going to be widespread, and it's not going to be a super soaker event as we move through the rest of today. But with that bomb cyclone, with the atmospheric river taking aim at much of the western half of the country, we do have to prepare for yet again some gusty conditions along the south coast, nearing about 70 miles per hour. That's extended through about 4 o'clock, a high wind warning that is, with parts of Douglas County and the southern sections of our state also dealing with those wind advisories. As for PDX, expecting to see those winds still remain primarily out of the east. So that means they're going to speed up through the gorge. It will be breezy at least through about 5 o'clock. Then you'll notice into the early morning hours, we finally start to see it taper back, and we will see an additional little push of those easterly winds through the gorge as we work our way into tomorrow afternoon. But at least the worst of the windy weather is pretty much on the tail end of things. So storm system number 1, that was that bomb cyclone that we were talking about all week long, moving its way into the Pacific Northwest, and it's going to continue to push its way off to the east. Then we prepare for storm number 2. That's going to come more so in the form of the atmospheric river associated with this cold front, and that's storm 2. As it continues to track its way up into British Columbia, we're going to be hit with our next cold front, bringing not only the chance of heavy rain, but also seeing some of those blustery conditions as well as we work our way into the weekend. And you guessed it, the Cascades going to be picking up on a few of those snow flurries as well. And just as we wrap up storm number 2, storm number 3 moves in. So you kind of get the pattern where it's just going to be wet not only into tomorrow evening, but primarily through the weekend as well. So those pinks and the purples and blues, that's going to be the snowfall for us. The greens are going to be the heavy rain showers that continue to take aim at the Cascades. But you'll notice we kind of see a little bit of a lull in the wet weather as we work our way into tonight, into tomorrow morning. If you're heading down south into Salem, that's where you'll likely pick up on a few light rain showers. Again, the wet weather, we start to see the impacts here in western Oregon and Washington of our latest atmospheric river. So it's going to be kind of a wet Friday night into Saturday afternoon for us, and even lingering into Sunday, expecting to see the return of the wet weather. So our forecasted rainfall totals over the next 48 hours, so that puts us at about Saturday afternoon at about a ½ inch for PDX. Vancouver at just about the same. Lesser amounts as you head up in elevation, but of course that's where it's going to start to flip over to snowfall. Speaking of snowfall, a live look over Mount Hood Meadows this afternoon, 31 degrees, so temperatures still staying slightly below freezing. That means that snow is going to be sticking around with an additional about 4 to 5 inches for Mount Hood Meadows. So if you are planning on doing any traveling as we work our way into tomorrow, spotty showers are a possibility, not only for the PDX and Vancouver area, but the gorge, expecting to see those breezy conditions as well. Mountain snow likely going to run into that on again and off again. But as far as our 7-day forecast goes, you'll notice the wet weather does stay with us for the next 7 days. It's January, folks. This is what's typical for us here in the Pacific Northwest, and we like to see that because as we move closer to the summer season, might put a little bit of a damper on the wildfire potential. But temperatures overall staying pretty comfortable, low 50s, upper 40s as we move into the weekend. Again, Saturday likely going to be on the wet side of things, and it's Friday afternoon that next push of wet weather starts to move its way in, and we continue that trend into the second week of 2023. It's hard to believe that we're already starting to say that, Dan, but not much has changed with this year as far as the wet weather goes.
No, it's really interesting this morning when I went outside how warm it was.
Yeah.
Stormy but warm. That's a weird sensation.
And that's kind of the difference from those easterly winds that cool us down out of the gorge to now a little bit more of a southerly wind. It's going to help to keep us on the warm side through the weekend.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
And we'll be right back.